And this will be the last time, I promise you, that you see empty seats in Kemper Arena for an indoor soccer event. We're here to stay, and we're going to give you the most dynamic, the most professional indoor soccer team that you could ever imagine.
It didn't take long for the Comets to make a profit of their general manager. The club opened its inaugural home schedule on Saturday night, November 28th. A near sellout crowd of over 15,000 looked on as Marco Abascal gave the Comets their first victory, a 5-4 overtime triumph over the Wichita Wings. Like many first-year franchises, the Comets suffered through early growing pains. 1-goal losses to Phoenix, New Jersey, St. Louis, and Philadelphia contributed to what became a 14-game losing streak. But through it all, the fans kept coming back.
I love soccer, and I'm waiting to see the Comets turn it around. I know they're going to do it shortly.
There's always that miracle that they might win once.
After 5 straight setbacks, Comets management decided a change was needed behind the club's bench.
The kind of decisions that make old men out of all of us. I think the traditional wisdom on Pat is that he gets more out of players than any coach anybody's ever seen, and we expect him to do the same here.
The Pat McBride era began with 1-goal losses to St. Louis, Phoenix, and Baltimore.
Any first-year franchise that's competing in a league that's been 4 years old, you're going to take your lumps, and the main thing is to improve as you go along.
Probably the low point of the season came in Memphis as the Americans took an 8-0 lead and rolled to a lopsided 8-3 victory. With each loss and each goal, the frustration became that much greater. For the Comets, the loss was their 14th in a row and their last of the losing streak. January 22nd, Kemper Arena, Kansas City. The Comets and the Phoenix Inferno. A crowd of over 8,000 brave snowy, icy street to be a part of what would be a major event in Comets history. The Comets came out quickly and confidently, jumping to a 1-0 lead on Kevin Hanlon's tally. In the second quarter, the Inferno tied the game at 1 before Gino Giraldi put the Comets ahead. In the fourth quarter, newcomer Zoran Savic scored what proved to be the game-winning goal. Late goals by Emilio John and Val de Souza added icing to the cake, setting up the wild post-game victory celebration. From there, the Comets won 4 of their next 6 games. Newcomers like Yilmaz Orhan, Zoran Savic, and Ljubo Petrovic made immediate contributions. Youngsters like Joe Filla and Gary Amlong developed game by game. Late season additions Mark Fredrickson and Rockhurst College star Craig Stahl provided instant scoring punch. Through it all, steady veterans like Gino Giraldi, Clive Griffiths, Len Salvamini, Kevin Hanlon, and Val de Souza proved to be the glue that kept the Comets together through the toughest of times. There's been the solid 1-2 punch in goal, steady Enzo to payday. And the ever-improving Victor Petroni. The future of the Comets rests in the hands of 1981 MISL Coach of the Year, Pat McBride. With a solid nucleus of young, experienced players coming back, together with possible off-season acquisitions, look for the Comets to be contenders for the MISL Championship in the years to come.
I think the team has met our expectations and surpassed them. I think the city has met our expectations and surpassed them. I think this is probably, from my point of view, one of the most wonderful years of my life. And from what I understand from a lot of Kansas Cityans, it's been a really good year for them, too. I'm delighted.